Welcome to On the Tigers News. I'm Alexis Richer. Thanks for joining us today for a quick look at the news we've been following for you. The top Senate Republican said Monday that Congress will investigate a CIA assessment that Russia interfered in the November election on behalf of Donald Trump, an intelligence conclusion that the incoming commander-in-chief has called, quote, ridiculous, end quote. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told reporters that an inquiry would be conducted by the Senate Intelligence Panel. Two key Senate Republicans, John McCain of Arizona and Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, a leading Trump critic, have joined with two Democrats in seeking a bipartisan investigation into the Kremlin's activities during the election. The top contender to lead U.S. foreign policy under Donald Trump is known for his long-standing support of free trade, international law, and an expansive presence in the Middle East that doesn't fit with Trump's pitch to supporters. ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson also is known for his Russia connections and would be the Trump's most concrete outreach yet to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Exxon steadily expanded his Russian business even as its rivals faced expropriation and regulatory obstacles, and in 2013, Putin bestowed the Order of Friendship on Tillerson. A federal judge on Monday issued a stinging rejection of a Green Party-backed request to recount paper ballots in Pennsylvania's presidential election, won by Republican Donald Trump, and scanned some counties' election systems for signs of hacking. In a 31-page decision, U.S. District Judge Paul Diamond said there was at least 6 grounds that required him to reject the Green Party's lawsuit, which had been opposed by Trump, the Pennsylvania Republican Party, and the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. In Pennsylvania, Trump beat Clinton in Pennsylvania by about 44,000 votes out of 6 million cast. A federal judge halted Michigan's recount last week after 3 days. The Wisconsin recount was expected to conclude Monday. With about 95% of the votes recounted as of Sunday, Clinton had gained 25 votes on Trump, but still trailed by 22,000. The Syrian military said on Monday it has gained control of 98% of eastern Aleppo, previously a rebel-held enclave, reducing the rebel territory to a small sliver packed with civilians and fighters squeezed under fire. A Syrian rebel spokesman said opposition fighters are retreating in eastern Aleppo under intense government fire that is putting thousands of civilians at risk, calling the collapse terrifying. Disney's Moana has continued to sit pretty atop the box office for its 3rd consecutive weekend, but Damien Chazelle's musical La La Land was what really had audiences singing this weekend. Playing in only 5 theaters, the lively and well-reviewed La La Land grossed a staggering $855,000 for Lionsgate, according to studio estimates Sunday. Its $171,000 per theater average is an all-time high for a 5-theater release and for 2016 in general. According to exit polls, 52% of audiences were female and 53% were over age 30. A blanket of snow will cover the Great Lakes and the Northeast ahead of an expected dip into Arctic cold temperatures. The wintry weather mostly moved out of the plains overnight, leaving parts of Minnesota with up to a foot of snow, and pushed into Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana. We saw a small winter storm drop around 5 inches of wet snow over us overnight. And looking ahead, we stand to see quite a bit of winter weather throughout the week. Here's Mr. Charbonneau with the forecast.
We are in for some warmer temperatures today as winds shift and come in from the south. We could see some snow showers later Monday into Monday night, but nothing of any significance. Now, cloudy skies remain for Tuesday with highs back down in the low 30s. Again, we should see some more snow showers, adding up to maybe a couple of inches at most. Now, the same for Tuesday night, and we stay in this pattern for Wednesday. But on Wednesday, we start to see temperatures fall back into the mid-30s, but it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night, that's when things really begin to change. And that change begins with a cold front that enters our area. Sharply colder temperatures come in Wednesday night. We'll drop into the teens overnight. That colder air will lead to some organized lake effect snow beginning. We're looking at maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow under some very, very windy conditions. As of this afternoon, Monday afternoon, the National Weather Service has issued a lake snow watch for our area beginning Wednesday afternoon through Thursday night. So it looks like we're in for some active weather this week, something we're sure to keep a close eye on. Have a great day. I'm Michael.
The New York Giants held on to beat the Cowboys last night. Here's Josh with the highlights.
The Giants' defense befuddled rookie quarterback Dak Prescott on a cold, damp night, and Manning overcame a miserable performance to hook up with Odell Beckham Jr. on a go-ahead 61-yard catch and run late in the third quarter as New York ended the Cowboys' 11-game winning streak with a 10-7 victory Sunday. New York cornerback Janoris Jenkins blanketed star receiver Des Bryant for the second straight game, limiting him to one catch late and forcing a fumble on the same play. Bryant had 2 catches in 2 games against the Giants this season, as the Cowboys scored a total of 26 points. They were scoring almost 28 points per game this season, entering Sunday night. The Cowboys remain firmly atop of the division at 11-2, and with the win, the Giants seem headed for their first playoff berth in 4 years. The Buffalo Bills' playoff chances are far dimmer than a week ago, as they lost 27-20, with quarterback Ben Roethlisberger struggling once again with his accuracy on the road. The Steelers restored to handing the ball off to Le'Veon Bell. Despite a slick, snow-covered field, Bell had no trouble with his footing to score 3 times and set a franchise record with 236 yards rushing. The Steelers, who are 8-5, won their 4th straight in a row to keep pace in the AFC playoff hunt. The Jets, Bengals, Dolphins, Packers, Texans were all winners. The boys' varsity swim team bounced back after the weekend at the Indian River Invitational, placing first for small schools and second overall, only behind defending Section 3 champ, Class A winner, Watertown. The Tigers were over 100 points ahead of third place New Hartford, who is the defending Section 3 Class B champion. The Tigers have moved up to 6th in the small school New York State rankings. Turning in podium finishes were Daniel Mullen, Dylan DeLong, Austin Lawton, AJ Yost, John Ocker, Dan Barry, Nick Hartman, and Liam Simcoe. The boys are back in action Wednesday night at Oswego, 5 p.m. Mexico boys basketball team hits the road Tuesday night to take on Cortland. Mexico dropped its first game of the season last Friday at Indian River. The girls team will look for its first win of the year on Wednesday when it travels to APW. That's a look at sports. I'm Josh.
This week's calendar shows that the midweek marking period ends this Friday, with teachers reporting those grades by next Tuesday. Seniors who did not order a cap and gown already this week, their representative will be returning tomorrow during lunches. Be sure to submit your order for your cap and gown set and your $35. Panoramic class pictures will be on sale until next Friday, December 16th. Submit your order form and $16 to the main office. Order forms are available in the main office. That's all for us today. We're back again on Tuesday. For the staff of Behind the Tigers News, have a great day. I'm Alexis.